Hello and welcome to Good Clean Gaming. I'm your host Shalindo, and today we're playing a game called The Oil Blue, developed and published by Vertigo Games. According to their Steam page, it is the future and the world's in grave need of oil. You and a crew have set off into the ocean reclaiming old island drilling sites for oil production as you work for the UOO, the biggest oil supplier in the world. The work conditions are dire. You have no choice. We're going to start a new profile so I can show you the tutorial of this game, but this is basically an oil simulation management economic simulator game thing. It's fun. So you're going to see all about it in a second here. We're going to start the tutorial. There's a little logo with a little loading at the bottom right hand corner. Alright, and here's our first island. It's going to have all 4 drills available, but we're only going to be able to use the oil derrick and the ground well. The other 2 will have to wait till we get a better license. We're going to begin the tutorial. And our objective here is to earn our license. Let's jump into the game here. Welcome to Oil Blue. Let's take a quick tour of the menus. Use the tabs at the bottom of the screen to move the tutorial back and forward. So this is the next button. We're going to hit next. This is your management area right here. All oil barrel sales, repairs, and upgrades happen here. Oil drilling takes place underwater, where we'll go in a second. This is your upgrades menu. Where you can use your money to buy upgrades for oil drilling machines. You can earn money by selling the barrels of oil you make on the markets. So I can't click into that right now, but that's that. This is your oil market menu right here. From here you can sell barrels of oil and check out what prices are faring for the day. Let's open the menu. So let's open this up. So this shows you the price of oil per barrel. It shows you the direction the price is going. You can compare it to yesterday or the record high at closing. Right now, it's showing that price is decreasing pretty fast, and the price per barrel is $121.10. We have 5 barrels in storage that are available to sell immediately. We can raise this and lower this in order to sell barrels. At the bottom, we get a little early market tip that tells about what the trading day is going to be like. So we're going to go click next. It's going to ask us to sell 5 barrels of oil, and we'll go ahead and do that before the price gets too low. You did it. The barrels have been taken out of storage and sold for a nice profit. Now let's close the window. You got it. And finally, we have the statistics menu, which will give us a variety of information about the island and about our game. It shows you our rank. It shows you how many barrels we have of oil in stock. It shows you a little information about the island and the machines you have on the island. It also shows the number of barrels in storage right here. And that's the management portion. We got to make some oil, so let's go underwater and learn about the ground well, which is one of the most basic machines on the market. So this button will unlock the ground well, and we can go ahead and cut that on. We can increase and decrease the speed down here. So we can go ahead and hit that. Power it up to 2 speed. Here's our batteries here, cell 1 through 8. We only have 3 cells in there currently. 100 is a fully charged battery. It'll deplete down to 0, and then it'll shut off to recharge. So I can assign this machine to the battery. So I can assign that battery, and when it's in use, it'll automatically go down, and then it'll recharge after it's finished. So we started up. We're adding speed 2. There we go. And now we need to give it some power. So I already assigned this. Already assigned that. Now it's pumping oil. Once this bar is filled, you'll have 1 barrel of oil. That is pretty simple. So since cell 1 is getting depleted pretty quickly, we can turn on cell 2, and they'll balance the power between them. They'll both drain equally as fast. Now I can turn off cell 1, and now cell 2 will power the ground well, and cell 1 will start recharging. Now let's wait until we make our first barrel of oil. We can increase the speed to maximum and assign cell 3. We'll go ahead and do that. The faster the speed means a faster decrease in battery power, which doesn't give much time for unassigning cell batteries to recharge. Okay. There we go. You just made a barrel of oil. The oil is automatically transferred, and you now have a barrel of oil to sell and another tank to fill. Should you lose power in the cell batteries or no cells are assigned to the ground well, the oil tank in the tank will rapidly decrease until it's empty again. So you don't want this. Once all 3 of these run out of power, we'll lose whatever progress we have here. which isn't good. The oil that is already placed in the barrel will remain unaffected, however. So we're about to run out. We just ran out, and so boom, we just lost all the oil we produced up to that third barrel. So to maintain a good speed, decrease it when you need to recharge some batteries to keep the oil in the tank. You'll be surprised what this little machine can do. Okay. When you begin the workday, you have 5 hours to make and sell oil. Each hour translates to about 1.5 minutes of gameplay time. When you land on an island, you have been given an objective. This will give you a set amount of barrels to make and sell within a certain number of days. If you're successful, you'll be given a nice reward and move on to the new island. If unsuccessful, the reward will be forfeited and you'll be booted to the next island. So one way or the other, you're going to the next island. But you're not sure of whether or not you're going to actually get something good, based on how you do. There's one thing you can do in the management area, and that's repair machines. The ground well you just learned about is unique in that it never needs repair, but the other machines do. You can repair during when it's been shut down for the day, when it's not in use, and it has to be done above water, and you can do it slightly before in the 0 hour or during normal work hours. So basically it has to be done within normal work hours. Repairing machines is usually self-explanatory. Repair all the machines on the left. So it will repair the oil derrick here. And these are different mini games. Oh, I haven't seen this one yet. Rotary misfire. Stop the rotary with the spacebar right before the lights go completely around the circle. Failure to do so resets the rotary. Harder difficulties changes the colors. Aha! Ta-da! That was actually the easiest one I've had so far. Next one. What's this one going to be? Oh, it's another rotary. Same thing as before. That's easy. I'm sure it gets harder. What's this last one going to be? Don't be a rotary. It's going to be a rotary. I promise you there's a... Whoa, that one's going really fast. There are a lot of different mini games on here, so don't take this as, you know, what it's going to be. That was neat. Okay, and we already did that, so let's learn about another type of drill machine, the oil derrick. Yeah, let's do that. So let's go down, and this oil derrick is actually the most complicated machine in the game, according to the tutorial. But once you learn it, it's fairly simple to maintain. We have our pressure gauge here. Once the needle is above 30, we can release pressure. We don't want to get it up in the red. We want to release pressure in the yellow. This is the bearing gauge. We can basically move the drill left and right across this gauge, so I can kind of move it to catch the oil where we need it. We can also start and slow down, speed up and slow down the drill up there. Here's the oil gauge. It determines how full the tanks are. So we'll fill, when we get oil, we'll pump it into the tank, and then it'll slowly fill up to full. Fill the tank up to up for 5 barrels of oil to sell to the market. Okay. And then stress. This is the stress gauge. It slowly increases over time, and if it goes up to 40, goes over 40, you should strongly consider shutting down or risk costly damage. So don't let it go above 40. Then there's the visual display on the right. It shows the oil drilling in action. The bottom shows the stats about the oil derrick, like your XP. So we're going to start up the drill. When I click this button, it'll boot up, and we'll see a little boot screen and everything. What a great evening for drilling. Your warranty has expired 3,778 days ago. Oh no. We'll have to get that renewed. Okay, so here's the pump. Let's go ahead and start it. Down here you'll see these little signatures. These are basically either pockets of air or oil, and you won't know until it gets above the visibility line here. So once it gets above there, you see X. X will be a air pocket, or you'll see a white block, and the white block is oil. Next. There you go. Down here you can see where where we'll be accumulating XP down here once we get into the actual game. Keep an eye on the pressure. When it gets up to 30, hit the release button. Like that. So it's going to turn off, the tutorial is going to turn off the pressure gauge because it's a tutorial and it wants to focus on the other stuff. So we'll do that. But in the game, it'll constantly be going up. So we're looking for a pocket of oil to be displayed, and it's going to be white and filled in. When we see that, we're going to slow down the pump. Any day now. There it is. Slow down drill. Let's move it to the left. You'll see our drill right here. We'll move it to the left one more. Now we're lined up with the oil. Let's get a little closer. And we'll go ahead and pump the oil. That'll pump it all out of that little square. Ta-da! Now we can start the drill again and start going faster. Let's see where the next oil... I like to move back to the center because that way I'm closest to, whether it's on the right or left, I'll be closest to wherever it is. Go ahead and move to the left. Speed up. Slow down. Pump oil. There you go. And it's going to fill up the tank for us because it's tutorial, but that was just getting us to right here. So basically this thing can hold like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of those little white squares worth of oil. We can transfer the oil now, and we'll go ahead and transfer that amount of oil out. We'll wait for that to get done. After the oil transfer, you can actually start using it again if you'd like. Okay, transfer complete. We have 5 barrels of oil to sell. I can start the drill back up, or I can shut it down if I want to. Now, if stress reaches critical levels, which comes from normal use, it'll accumulate faster when the pressure is high. When the stress gets too high, I can actually hit the emergency key here, bloop, and then hit the halt button, bloop, and it'll shut itself down. And that is the most complicated machine in the game. Ta-da! Next. Each machine has experience gauge. It'll level up. You can purchase upgrades from the upgrade menu when your rank is high enough. But the higher you level up and the higher your rank gets, the more upgrades you purchase, the better things go, basically. Each time you sell a barrel of oil, your money goes towards a new rank. Make enough money in the oil markets, you'll unlock a new rank, and then you'll be able to do other stuff, basically. Later in the game, you'll unlock licenses B and A, which will be used for the pump jack and the drill rig, which we haven't seen here yet. So there you go. We have obtained our license C, which gives us immediate access to the ground well, oil derrick, and management duties on the island. We're an unknown person, and we just got promoted to worthless peon. Yes! Ta-da! We leveled up. We leveled up. Oh, excuse me. We ranked up. We ranked up. Gotta use the right terminology. It's important. Very important. Okay, St. Christopher Point. We're going to have 1 ground well, 1 oil derrick. And we're going to use what we learned in the tutorial to gather some oil. Okay. Nothing to do early on, so we can just begin the work day. We will have 0 hour, which is before the work day. That'll start us out in there. We'll have 25 seconds to get stuff ready, like repairing stuff, buying upgrades, selling any oil. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and skip. Ta-da! And we're going to go down to the oil rigs. And we will go ahead and start 2 of these. And I'll put it all the way on... Just crank it all the way to 4. We'll start the oil rig up here. It's going to boot up. And now I'm going to slow this down to 2. And then let it just run for a while. Now we're going to drill. This drill is going to come down. You see our pressure's coming up. When it gets to 30, we're going to hit that release valve. We're going to keep an eye out down here for oil. And we're going to try to fill up this tank. Here comes the pressure. Release. No oil yet. Still waiting for some. Right now we just have 2 machines for oil drilling. Imagine when we have like 4. It's going to be a little difficult to juggle. Release. I'm not seeing any oil here, guys. Come on, give me something. Seriously. Anything. Need to make some money here. Oh, found it. That's some oil right there. Right next to each other, 2 of them. Got to level up from something. Not sure what. Ground well level up. Cool. Release and pump the oil now. And that'll cause the pressure to go up really fast. We'll have to keep that pressure down whenever that happens. Now we got to get the one right next to it. Okay, we're going to have one right below. Let's go all the way to the right. See if we can get that oil piece right over there. It's going to be really difficult to get over there in time. Ah! I don't think I'm going to make it. Oh. Uh-oh. Ran out of power. I shouldn't have let that happen. Okay, now we can start drill again. Start going down with that. Now we're looking for more oil. Our stress is coming up here. It's up to 20 already. Once it gets to about 35, I'm going to shut this thing down. Pump the oil quick. Okay, start. There's another one. Pump the oil. That stress just keeps going up. It's making me nervous. Oh, almost overshot that one. I think our ground well will be okay for a while because I've got it on speed 1. So it shouldn't run out of energy anytime soon. Oh, we're almost full on this thing. Pump oil, that'll be it. Go ahead and transfer. It's going to take a little while to transfer, so let's check on our ground well. It's doing pretty good. Let's set it up to 2 here. And since this is going to take a while to transfer, I'm just going to pay attention to my ground well for a little while. Speed 2 feels like a good speed to be on early on in this game. Go ahead and turn on the next battery. This one's going to run out of charge and it's going to start recharging. There we go. That one started to recharge. This one's going down. It's at 40 right there. Oil is still being transferred. Man, look at this. Price of oil is just horrible right now. $100. I think that's as low as it can go. I don't think it'll go any lower than that. I think it goes no higher than 200, no lower than 100. 1 hour remaining before markets close. Well, I don't want to sell anything to those markets. That's awful. That's just painfully bad. Oh, new battery. I'm going to lower this to speed 1. Actually, you know what? We're near the end of the workday. Let's go ahead and power through it while we can. Transfer is almost done. Get it there. I think if it doesn't get done before the end of the day, we'd lose all the oil, which is excruciating. Please make it. I need to sell you tomorrow. It's going to make it. Everything's going to be fine. No emergency here. Everything's okay. Transfer complete. We're close to 40, so I don't want to start again. We're just going to go ahead and halt it for the day. I don't think I needed to do that, but we'll go ahead and do that. And we're going to sell. We're not going to sell anything at these prices. We're going to keep the barrels in storage and just hang out with the ground well for the rest of the day. Crank it all up, because you can hear the clock ticking in the background. We were about to run out of time. Another level up. Yep, end of the day. Perfect timing. That's about as good of a day as I think I can have. 8 barrels of oil. Your workers rummage through scraps to eat what they could find today. Perhaps once you have more money, they will be able to eat better. Aw. I'll get you guys food, don't worry. So you can see we got level up on the right. Amount of oil lost from cells depleted has decreased. The charge rate for cells has increased. So cool. Create and sell 16 barrels. We have 2 days remaining. We had 3 days. Now we have 2 days. So we're about halfway there in 1 day. I think we're in good shape. We're going to make it. Everything's going to be fine. No alarm bells yet. Let's begin. Look how tired I look. I assume that's me. I look exhausted. I feel exhausted. All this oil drilling all day. The sun, the moon bearing down on us with its heat. Oh, we got to repair the oil derrick. Let's do that real quick. Seriously, rotary again? Easiest mini... I swear, there's a lot more difficult mini games than that. That was the easiest one I've ever seen. Let's see. Oil is going to be horribly low right now. Let's hang on to it until we have to sell it. Go down. Hopefully we'll start seeing some positives. Oh, we're not going to see some positives. Okay, our batteries are still going. Put it on speed 1. And we'll go ahead and assign one of these batteries to it. Start the drill up. Get the oil derrick booted up and calibrated. See, it says 3,778 days ago, but it's already been 1 day, and that message should be 3,779 days ago at this point. Come on, unless the calendar stopped working on the thing. How's our? Let's boot up another one of these batteries. Make sure that one doesn't run out. I guess we'll boost it to speed 2. Oh, there's some oil. Gotta release that pressure. Alright, pump the oil. Release the pressure. Start it back up again. Get it back to the middle. Oh, I just realized every single time you move the drill, I didn't realize every single time you move the drill, you're actually increasing stress on the drill. So it's actually probably in your best interest to keep the drill in one place until you need to move it. That's interesting. I has learned something today. So we'll just keep it steady until we need to move it. There we go. Perfect. Gonna line right up with it. Boom. Pump oil. Release pressure. Speed up drill. I love the background music in this game, by the way. It was tricky getting it balanced with the mic volume, so you might not be able to hear it all that great, but it is some pretty atmospheric music. I like the choices they made with it. Okay, pump that oil quick. Yes, I think we got it. Another level. Shouldn't have moved that drill. Oil derrick, we have a starting depth increased by 100 feet, and drilling visibility has increased, which is awesome. We want to pump that oil. Pump it. Release the pressure. We're going to start the drill up, and then I got to check on the oil derrick. Hey, we got a 4th cell. Look at that. Let's go ahead and start that guy up right there. I just went right past some much needed oil. It's okay, we'll get this one. Pump. So with my batteries, so far what I've been trying to do with the batteries on the ground well is kind of stagger them. That way it kind of warns me when I need to turn another battery on throughout the day. I don't know if that's the right thing to do or not, but it seems to work. Start slow. Oh, my oil derrick, my bottom, can't even think of the words. My ground well needs attention really soon. Okay, this stress has gone way up too high, so we're gonna go ahead and shut this thing down for the day. Oh, I didn't transfer the oil. No. No. Alright, lessons for the future. Always transfer your oil. Hey, 101. How does that happen? That's not supposed to happen. Is that part of the level up? It can go up to 101. Interesting. Oh well, we halted this thing. I guess we can't do anything about it. The oil price is still in the tank, so we can't really sell right now. Go ahead and crank this up to a faster speed. 1 hour remaining. Crank it up to max. I'm gonna take this thing down, Charlie Brown. Maybe we should do 1 battery at a time. That way the other 3 can regenerate. Hey, we can go up to 7 now. Sweet. I really like this ground well. It's useful. It's easy to work with. It's nice. We should be able to use all of our battery power, hopefully, before the end of the day. That'd be nice. It'll make up for that lost oil we had in the oil derrick that now we can't get to. You think this thing would be underpowered, but it's doing really good. It's up to 4. It's almost up to 5 now. Maybe we'll have 5 barrels before the end of the day. Oh, yep, 5 barrels. Day's ending. Go ahead and crank all of them on. Not that it won't increase the speed, but, you know, just for funsies. Keep it rolling. Keep it going. Okay, day's over. 13 out of 15 barrels of oil. We need to sell at the beginning of the day tomorrow. Workers still don't have food. They're probably not happy with me right now. Clearly it has something to do with me not feeding them or giving them any money. This is the final day, so we have to make all of our sales today. We got to get through and get all the barrels we need today. I think we need 4 more barrels, right? Let's begin the work day. We'll make some repairs real quick. Day number 3. Repair the oil derrick. Again, rotary. It's like I'm stuck on this one. There we go. And we are ready to go. What's the oil market looking like? Still 100, huh? That's the worst market I've ever seen. Don't panic. A weak market today doesn't necessarily mean a weak market tomorrow. It looks like we're going to be selling oil for almost nothing. That's upsetting. Yep, go ahead and sell it. There, and now we can go down. We can start up our drill. We'll put it on 3. We'll start up this oil derrick. Let it boot up for a minute. Okay, and start it up. It's gonna start going down. Cool. Oh, there's one. Let's get over there and get that oil. Release. Pump oil. Start drill. Oh, there's more over there. I'm gonna totally miss that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna miss that one, but I'm gonna go and get this 3rd from the left. Little oil spot. Release pressure. Check on our oil thing real quick. Yeah, we gotta turn on another one. Turn on that one. Go back. Start drill. It's actually really tough to balance everything, surprisingly. I don't know why I did that. And now I gotta go back to the left. Great. Hey, we're full. See, this is what we should have did yesterday. We didn't lose all those barrels of oil, thankfully. I thought we completely lost them because we didn't transfer them that day. So we'll be able to pump them out right now, which will let us transfer. Transfer started, so we're going to start getting all those barrels of oil so we can manage our oil ground well for a little while. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit. Level up. We're leveling up like crazy. Ground well to level 8. Sweet. We're doing just fine. Kick that one on. Got 2 batteries running it at the same time. I want to get over to this cell 2 because it's maxed, and that means it's not going to get any more additional charge. I'm basically wasting the charge whenever they're full. Transfer, transfer, transfer. You can do it. I believe in you. Alright, that one will turn off. This one I'll get down to 50%, and then I'll kick on the cell 2 here. I let it run a little low, but that's okay. You know, I don't know what would happen if I just turned on all 4 batteries at the beginning of the day and then just kick the speed up to maximum. It probably wouldn't do that bad. I kind of want to try that in the next on the next island. I'll have to see how that goes. Kick on another one here. I'm gonna turn this on the speed 5 because my batteries have been filling up, and I need to use the battery charge a little faster. Hey, transfer complete. Start drill. And we'll crank on the next battery here. And we'll start looking out for some oil. Release the pressure. Oh, slow it down, quick. 1 hour remaining. Okay, it's time for us to go sell. So we'd make sure we don't lose. Hey, the price of oil is finally coming back up again. We don't have time to wait for it, though. We're going to go ahead and just halt this thing for now. It's going to be turned off for the rest of the day. Shut it down. Okay, we got 10 barrels of oil. We are going to more than make up for what we did in the first 2 days today. Ta-da! Oh no, our ground well turned off. We lost a little bit of progress. Let's cut this thing on to max since we only have like an hour left and just go nuts. Goes to a speed of 8. It looks like this thing will go up to like either 16 or 20 when you max it out, EXP wise. Cut on the next battery. Honestly, this thing doesn't do too bad. I can see this thing being as good as the oil derrick, at least early on. Wow, we get 6 batteries now. This thing's powerful. Can crank this sucker up to 9, 10. Ta-da! 2 extra barrels in storage. Day complete. Your workers are quite well today. They already feel energized for the next day of work. Hooray, hooray, hooray. The service fee is $142.50. For your final day, all remaining oil, machine tanks, and storage has been automatically transferred and sold at the closing market price. I sold 3 barrels at $303. Rank us up. 48. I'm now a trained servant. Outstanding. You can now control an additional machine, bringing the total machine count on the island up to 3. I'm now a lazy mass. I've attained the B license. I can control pump jacks. Expendable asset. The chance of finding certain equipment on the island has shifted. You now have a 70% chance of finding ground wells and a 20% chance of finding oil derricks, 10% chance for pump jacks, and a 0% for rigs. We're just ranking up like crazy. You now obtain an A license. This allows you to take control of drilling rigs and learn even more about the game. So we now can unlock the other two machines in the game. The chance of finding certain equipment on the island has shifted. We can find ground wells, oil derricks, pump jacks, rigs at those percentage chances. 20 seconds have been added to the 0 hour at the beginning of the day, so I can make more repairs. Fairly useful leech. That's where we're going to end up. We're a fairly useful leech. Dun dun dun. Objective complete. UOO crews will be arriving shortly to take over, so it's time for you to get you and your crew to another island. Great job out there. Dun 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 dun. Oh, this island will generate daily royalties paid to you for life, determined by days stayed and XP level of machines. So we get royalties from the good work we did for the rest of our lives. And we've also unlocked some concept art. Sweet. So we're going to now learn about the pump jack. This is the pump jack control panel. It's a machine that requires little input from the user, perhaps 85% of the time. There's no pressure system, so to worry about this time, all you have is the oil tank gauge and the stress gauge. Let's start the pump jack. Press the start drill. Negative 3,478 days left to act on this offer. Apparently something is expired. Once the pump jack is ready, press the start drill button. Oh, it's still booting up. Okay. Start drill. The oil signatures are displayed on the monitor, much like the oil derrick. Black squares are air pockets, while solid white squares are oil pockets. It looks like this side is a bust. There's nothing to drill here. Okay. 2 more seconds. Now the drill will fall one more time for the other side. It looks like there are some oil pockets here. To mark them, press the button next to the oil pockets, and marked pockets will be drilled on the way down. Let's drill these. Okay. Sweet. You just mark the oil pockets. The drill will now target them on the way down and add the oil to your tank. Marking the wrong signatures can cause significant stress to the drill. Redropping drill in 21 seconds. I see. So it's actually just a really quick way to get a batch of oil. It doesn't require as much attention as the oil derrick. Now the drill must recalibrate before you can continue using it. You could work on other machines during this time. Now it's your turn. Mark the correct signatures and finish filling up the oil tank. Okay. Ta-da! Full. Hit the transfer button. Unlike other machines, the pump jack doesn't need to shut down during the oil transfer. You can continue using it like a normal process, like normal during the process. Cool. This thing's actually really fast at getting some oil. Wow. I likey this thing. Okay, next. Shut down the pump jack to complete the tutorial. Okay, halt. You have obtained the B license. This gives you immediate access to the pump jack on any island. Rank up. Lethargic being. Your transfer speed on all oil machines has been permanently increased. Okay, we are still lethargic. Now we're going to see the drill rig. And this is the last machine that I know of in the game. I think it's the last machine in the game that you can actually get. This is the drilling rig control panel. The drill rig was one of the most technically advanced machines on the market before the oil price crash of 2024. Well, now we know how far in the future we are. Stopping all oil research in the process. As a result, the drill rig is rather rare. Unlike other machines, the drill rig has no buttons other than the shutdown ones. Everything is controlled via the touchscreen monitors. Boot up the machine and follow the on-screen instructions. How do I boot it up? Ah, tap anywhere. Okay. So it's booting. Tap anywhere on the screen to continue. Okay. Tap anywhere on the screen to continue. Have a good and safe drilling. Hooray! This is the drill or rig display. The bottom right screen acts as your button control display. You can tap buttons below when they're highlighted. Release pressure, transfer oil to reserves, and reset all points on map. Like the oil derrick, it has a pressure system that you need to keep in check via the release pressure button. These two gauges are in the oil tank and stress indicators used much like the oil derrick and pump jack gauges. Okay. This drill is unlike the other machines because it moves with 360-degree freedom. It moves wherever you want it to. To do this, you need to plot points on the screen above to show the drill where it needs to go. Place 2 points on the screen above by left-clicking anywhere on the map. So here and here. I don't get it, but okay. The drill is now active. Keep an eye on the pressure and release it when prompted. Okay. Is it going to find oil at some point? Releasing pressure. Let's turn the pressure system off. Okay. You can see points 1 and 2 on the map. The drill will always go to point 1 first. When it reaches 1, the point will disappear and they will give the opportunity to place it back on the map again. If the drill doesn't have a point to follow, it will continue on the current path, eventually colliding with the edge of the map. Oh, if this happens, the pressure stress will accumulate by a huge amount. Just place a new point on the map to get the drill away from the edges. Oh, how cute. Place the points in the highlighted area. You can reset the points with reset all points. Okay. This must be where the oil is. There are signatures for this oil display. When the drill pierces a signature, you'll be able to find out whether it's just a pocket of air or a pocket of oil you can drill through. That's a pocket of air. Now place the points in the highlighted area. Okay. This is going to be oil right here. Come on, make it. You can do it. Booyaka. Oil. So now I have to keep it inside the area. Is that how it works? Yep, gotta keep it inside this area to keep it pumping. Alrighty. That's a lot of oil. Pressure rate will accumulate faster. You cannot store more oil until the tank is empty out. Go ahead and transfer the oil. We can do that. Now it's transferring. After the oil is transferred, shut down the oil rig or the drill rig to complete the tutorial. Okay. Now once this transfer is complete, does it automatically start moving again? Because that would be really frustrating. Let's find out. %102% complete. Wow. Totally on top of things. After it's transferred, we're going to shut it down. Halt. We have obtained license A. This gives immediate access to the drill rig on any island. Bonus of 550. We're now somewhat competent. Not just competent, mind you, but somewhat competent. Reward is chance of finding certain equipment on the island. 40% for ground wells, 30% for oil derricks, 20% for pump jacks, 10% for rigs. Neat. Almost made it to the next level. Reclaiming of St. Christopher Point. Good job reclaiming that island. Now that our professional UOO crews are there to drill as much oil out of there as possible, you can move onward. Find a new island to reclaim and see if it's worth your time to drill there. We'll always compensate you via royalties for your machines that have been upgraded, but keep in mind that a new island brings a whole new slew of machines that start back at their most basic functions. Ouch. Alright. Cool. So that means we got level 1 ground well, level 1 oil derrick, and level 1 pump jack on this island. 65 barrels in 6 days. That is a little higher. Your rank is high enough to reclaim this island. Okay. Cool. We can jump onto that. But with that, I think we're going to call it a day. We saw the tutorial. We saw all 4 machines. We saw the first real level. And you basically should have gotten a good feel, I hope, for what this game is like. It is quite. I mean, I looked at this game at first. And I was like, really? Oil drilling? Drilling for oil, really? But actually, when you start playing it, it's fun. You know, I mean, we all have. A lot of us have like tablets or smartphones now, and we have apps on there. And this feels a lot like one of those games that you can you pick up, you can play, you know, a couple days worth in game, and it takes you what 20 minutes, and it's easy to pick up and put down, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. I like it. So I hope you enjoyed it. This has been the Oil Blue, and that's by Vertigo Gaming. You can find links in the description to their Steam store page and to their website. So feel free to check them out if you are interested. Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to click that subscribe button if you're interested in seeing more videos like this. And remember, keep it clean.